morning. It is, I don't got my watch, but it's like 6:30. It's early. I'm trying to maximize the last day of my summer. Let me take these headphones off. Let me take these headphones off. I'm out of it. So I think I mentioned this. I like to sleep on the couch sometimes because what the hell? Yeah. Wow, look at this tree. Interesting tree, right? I be on some tree stuff. But yeah, I said I like to sleep on the couch. And I get the weirdest dreams. It's a small couch, so I'm all like this. But I had like dreams I've never seen before. But anyway, end of the summer, I start work tomorrow. I'm excited and nervous. I'm excited because, get to see my students from last year, or 3 months ago, basically. I have a game plan in place, a year plan. So basically, this school year, I'm going to be more or less the teacher, a super sub until they find a teacher, but ain't nobody coming to the school. So I'm gonna be the teacher. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go to school, college, and get my certification to be a teacher. It takes like 18 months, 12 months, or 12 to 18 months. So by the end of the school year, I have a little piece of paper saying I'm a teacher, and then this school year will be because I believe how it works is you get your certification and then you go to school for a year to teach. So I'll be doing those at the same damn time. Then next year I can actually go work at a place that's gonna pay me. No, it's not about the money, but well, how much I make? I make $22,000 working at a private Catholic school. Catholic? That ain't no money. Not no money. I can't do shit with that. But again, by the end of the year, I'll have my certification. I have my year experience, and then I could take all that and on my resume, like, yeah, I used to teach in Japan for 15 years. Is just a sprinkling of the salt. That will kind of get me any place, really. And I heard that if you teach in like a rough, or I don't know how you say it, economically challenged area, it looks favorable on your resume. So that's the plan. Also, the school has pretty great insurance, dental, and all that. So by the end of the year, I should be getting my braces in. But before all that, I gotta do my root canals and cleanings and blah, blah, blah. But by the end of the year, I'm gonna have my little braces in and looking all like... Well, that's a year plan, man. It's gonna be hard because this school is kind of rough. And I went there the other day just to kind of hand in the contract. And I bumped into a couple teachers. The first two teachers, 7th and 8th grade teachers, 6, 7, 8, I don't know. I bumped into them and they're just like, we're going to the office. The schedule's messed up. And the one teacher said, I'm just gonna cry. What? Like, that's how shit gets done around here. So they go off to the office. I almost said, I'll come with you. But like, nah, you just keep me updated because we got to go tomorrow for training, whatever, next week. So then I go down to the basement where my class used to be, and I see another teacher and I help her carry some stuff in the building, and she's, we're talking. I'm like, so is so-and-so here? Like, no, they're not here. How about such and such? They are over here now. And she's just giving me, this person's gone, this person's here, blah, blah, blah. And then we were talking for like 2 hours, standing talking. That's usually what happens when I start talking to people. We just stand around talking for 2 hours or more. And, but overall, most of the teachers who wanted to be here are still here. And the ones who are just kind of, like, there was a 4th grade teacher who every day she looked like she wanted to cry and she just wanted to go home. She's not there. So that's good. And, yeah. So that's happening. Again, I'm kind of worried about my dad because now that I'm working, he's going to be alone in the house all the time. And that kind of makes me nervous because, those commercials like, help, I've fallen, I can't get up. And they push a button. My dad doesn't want any of that kind of stuff. And I'm always nervous that maybe he will fall. And, for the most part, when I'm not working, I just stick around in the house. I mean, I do other stuff, music and blah, blah, blah. But I always have an ear out for if my dad's like, help, I fallen, I can't get up. So I can help him. And now I can't. I would just have to come home from work and, hey, Dad. And then he's just sitting around. So that's... And then ultimately, if my dad does have an accident, then I would have to quit my job, and my whole year plan is kind of rewritten. But I will cross those bridges when they come up. This summer was interesting. Last summer was, This summer was okay. I didn't work, but every now and then I had some gigs. I did some wedding photography. But not like wedding photography, just the reception party, and I had a little photo booth thingy. I was helping out my cousin. I did some work for my former mentor, teacher back from Temple. I did one music gig, I guess. I made one sample pack. I think I sold one album. So yeah, so I wasn't like flying high on money, but I had some trickling in. So I wasn't 100% down and out. What else? I found my library. So I was going to the studio. One of my highlights, I did I organized an escape room event. 3 strangers. Well, I knew one guy from another event, but I don't know him. And it was cool because I've been asking everybody, hey, you want to do this? And nobody. It's like my curse, man. You can't in theory, you can't do no damn escape rooms by yourself. I mean, you could, but sometimes you need actually 2 pairs of hands to, like, you touching this side of the wall and that. So really you can't. But it kind of sucks because, again, none of my associates do that kind of stuff. They'll tell me, I want to do it, but they don't. So I organized one for myself, and it was cool. We didn't win, but it was fun. So that happened. I did some volunteering at a music fest, which was cool. I can't say I always wanted to because I never thought of it, but someone put the idea in my head, so I tried it, and it was cool. I would have did more days, but I had family visiting from England, so I was just sticking around the house. But it was cool because the first day I was, setting up, and then I did another day where I was like a bouncer, and that was cool. And then in my area, the cleaning staff, Maybe they're volunteers, maybe they're paid, I don't know. But she came over and she said, "What's up, friend?" And then she's talking to me and I'm like, da-da-da, and she kept coming back. So if I would have ended up the next day, she would be my new baby mama. And maybe that wouldn't have happened like that, but I was meeting new people. But unfortunately, I could only go 2 days out of the 14 days, 10 days it was, because I had prior obligations. And ultimately, it didn't even matter because my dad told me, I should stick around so I could, take my family, my relatives to where they need to go. But they took the bus most of the time, or they walked, or they asked my brother to do it. It's like, well, if that was the case, then I could have. But yeah, that was last week. What else? I went bowling last week. Kind of a date. But I'm getting nice with bowling, man. A couple months ago, my friend who used to bowl in the league back in the day has his own ball and gloves and all that. He broke it down how you're supposed to bowl. So I was trying to remember the technique. And I was doing okay. Not a lot of gutter balls, and I didn't hurt my middle finger, because it's not about how hard, it's about the form you got. So I'm trying to get it in where the person I went with, they had a score of 4. Every time they went up, gutter ball. I'm like, why don't you use the little, they got that little thing for kids to roll it so it's straight. Like, she just kept throwing it into and then she doing it, which was cute. And I felt bad because here I'm smashing them shit. I'm like, bop. I even had like a little George Jefferson walk when I would come back. Because all part of the form, and boom. And the place was cool because I guess a lot of bowling alleys do this at nighttime. It was like 12 o'clock. So they're playing, it was really loud, like club music. They're playing Tupac. They had a jukebox, more or less. I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have picked some song. But they're just playing loud music. And at one point, they're playing Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote. Doom, doom, doom. And I want to dance, but, well, you don't know. But the girl, the woman I went with, I don't think she knows that song. I don't know. I mean, she did say they used to play this back in the day wherever she was from, but she wasn't dancing. Like, on the other aisle, those two are just boom, 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 boom. But it was cool. So I saw they had a thing in September, $19 to join a league every Saturday, 2 guys, 2 girls. So that might be fun, depending who you're paired with. So I might do that. I also saw the other day, Saturday morning, they're gonna have, not the bowling alley, but another place, the library. They're gonna have a beginner chess thing. I always wanted to know how to play chess because that's like a strategy game. And I'm hoping if I go to that, I'll meet someone who's like, life is like a game of chess. People say that, but people don't know what the hell they're talking about. And how I'm implying it is, you got to make moves, like, gotta make moves. Sometimes you got to sacrifice something. I don't know the names of the chess pieces yet. Bishops, whatever. Got to sacrifice pieces. And you got to, this is back in the day. I might have talked about this back in the day. But tactics, manipulation, strategy. If life is like a game of chess, then strategy, tactics, manipulations, and all those things would also be applicable. So how do you maneuver people into a certain situation? Which I feel weird saying that. I feel bad, because I don't want to manipulate nobody. Ideally, I just want to say, hey, I would like to go to a escape room, and then my people will say, what time you want to go, when and where, let's put on the calendar, and it's done. But it doesn't work that way. Like, I've brought it up multiple times and everyone gets all excited, but then it just doesn't happen. Whole summer has gone. So maybe if I use some tactics like, oh yeah, I got cancer, this is my last wish. But I would never do that because that's pretty. But I want to play, so and as I mentioned, I organized my own event. So I paid $30 to make a meetup event, and I got a bunch of people. A bunch of people signed up, and I just throw it out there. But here's the thing, man. I can't even afford to pay the $30 registration fee. So every month, or for the past 2 months, I'm like, I got to cancel. And then they throw me to some chat box. I guess it's a real person. And then be like, well, we like to offer you one more free month. And I'm like, cool. So again, I got to cancel. And hopefully they throw that other free month, because next month I'll actually be working. And yeah, but we'll see. What else? Yesterday, I want to go to Longway. Should I go to Longway? Do you even care which way I go? It's technically not the long way. It's just the other way around. We'll go around. I don't think I ever made a video going the other way around. But yeah. So yesterday, all summer I'm like, I want to make some albums. Had a Christmas album and just another album. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't want to make music to make music. Like, I want to have. That could be my procrastination or excuse. But yesterday I just sat down and started writing. Just writing. And then 3 songs later, I'm like, shit. And then 4 songs, like, wow. Like, boom, 8 songs later. So I wrote 8 songs yesterday. And then I started to work on the music afterwards. I made 4 tracks, so I'm halfway done. Today I'll probably finish the tracks. But now I don't know if I just want to, boom, make it all in one day, or make it, sit on it. Because that's usually how I do my albums, when I write, and then I record a rough draft, and I come back and listen to it, and then whatever. The only reason I don't need to do that so much now is because I'm still doing a daily challenge. And now it's to the point where I just write it, recite it, and post it. And people are like, oh, I like it. Because everything's there. The cadence, the vocals, the words, there's no flubs. Maybe the ends of it are I end up freestyling. Because if it's a first draft and I didn't literally test it to the music, when I get to the end, it might not fit. So I end up saying something like, and now I'm at the end, my friend, I'm going to send some lyrical rhymes that making your heart bend. I don't pretend. I soak it all up like the pens. I've been saying that a lot. Soak it up like the pens. I don't even know if that's a product that is used to soak up stuff anymore. I don't know. But I remember saying that in high school. It ain't high school. But yeah, so that's exciting. But I also heard or learned or felt nobody's asking for an album. You know, so I noticed this. A lot of Instagram people, musicians, they do one song and every other video is them doing their song. This one guy, he used to do popping and locking. That was his thing, with this other woman with weird eyes. That was their little thing. And then one day I saw that he deleted all his other stuff, the ones that got like 1 million views, and it's just him singing. I'm like, I didn't know he sings. So he sang. And, you know, at first he's just like, hey, I don't know how to say this, but I made a song. I think you guys should like it. I could appreciate his reluctancy. He looks kind of like nervous. Like if he wasn't known for being a singer, now he's out there trying to sing. Like he's singing. Like rapping is what I do. But when I make a song singing, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm singing. I don't know if people want to hear me sing. Not a singer-songwriter. So that was the first one. And then he did a couple where he's dancing around to his own music. And then he did one where he's like walking around in a towel. So, okay. Hey, whatever. So he's out there dancing around half naked with a towel, and all his female fans are in the comments, oh, I hope the towel drops. And he's in the comments, I didn't do it for that. I'm just trying to showcase my music. And then, fast forward, now he has like naked women. Like, and I guess I get it. He's in the comments saying, this is my marketing. And his fickle fans, I'm done, I'm subscribing. Sound like Rick Morty. Sound like Morty voice. Morty voice. And now he has AI doing it. And it's just weird because, but at the end of the day, he needs to get his music out there. Another guy who does it much better than him, he makes a song and then he has these random skits where he keeps promoting. So basically, you got to make a song, and keep pushing it in front of you people's faces. I just make an album, 13, 12. I used to do 12, 13. This is only 8. And drop it off. Boom. Now, I guess the people who watch me are a different age group. We came from albums. This new era, they're singles driven. TikTok short driven. There's another one. It's these two girls. I think they're like 10. I don't think they're 10. Maybe 18, 17, high school. I don't know. And they're running. That's their thing. They just run in different so if they did a video here, they're running. They're just like this. So their whole thing is running in different locations. And the last one I seen, they were running in the Complex, the hip hop. I don't know if it's hip hop, but the music magazine, blase. So it works. One more example. There's this black girl, and she used to do covers, but now she only does her own song. Every video is her singing her own song. Now, I guess the more repetition that all these people do, their fan base buys it, because it takes 10 times, and so if you're hitting them with 100 times. So I say all that to say, I don't got no promotion other than I'm telling you I'm dropping an album. But there's a lot more to go to it, you know, and I don't know, I just feel, I guess it's not the way they use the word, but I feel cringe to sit there and keep playing the same song over and over again. Because I make songs every day. I have infinite songs in my brain. So to play one song every day is just cringe. But if that's what needs to be done, I'm fucked, because I don't want to do it. Not that I need to follow their format, because their format is not format. When I do a TED Talk, that's going to be on there. Yes, I made my first million because I had to understand that the format that was out there was not format. And I'll pause and look into the camera, and my braces, if they're on at that time, they'll twinkle looking like some grills. And if not, I have this big cheesy looking, who is that guy? The guy who sings with Bruno Mars? You know how he always smiles all toothy and shit? I'm gonna have one of those. And just smile like a Chester cat. But yeah. What else? My car. It's not my car, but I've been driving it. I'm responsible for it, so my car, but it's my mom's car. The check engine light came on. It's been on since I've been driving it. I'm sure I brought that up. It comes on, it goes off. It comes on, it goes off. But inspection is coming up and it needs to be off. I tell my cousin, like, yeah. You can't drive with your check engine light on. So I got the little thing, you stick in the thing, and it said I need spark plugs. And I had my uncle help me put the spark plugs in. Well, show me, because I don't know how to do that shit. I mean, YouTube videos, but, you know, I don't want to be fucking up the car. So he shows me, get this, right tool, boom, put it in. And now it's saying something like catalytic converter or something. But anyway, I put in the thing, and I went to go to admission because the light went off. And the place I took it to, they said, yeah, you got to drive 50 miles. Like, huh? So I drive 55 miles, come back, and they're just like, you got to keep driving. Huh? So that's where we're at. I got 2 weeks to figure that out. If I need to change the catalytic converter according to AutoZone guy, he's like, it's gonna cost me $700. I'm not stressed about it, because worst case scenario, I'll just take the bus. Don't want to. If that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. But again, it's always, if I'm taking the bus, my slow ass buses in where I'm from, they don't show up on time. They're not dependable, and it's gonna take me longer to get back home to my dad. But again, I'll cross these bridges when they come about. But yeah, that's about it. Anything else exciting? So yeah, that was my summer. In a nutshell, I maybe had 1 week of exciting things I did or went. And then the rest of the 2.5 months, I didn't do shit. I did my walks, which are important to me. I did my walks. I made a few videos. I made one yesterday. I just didn't post it because I don't know. I want to post a video. Oh, I remember in that video I started off with saying thank you for watching the videos, and it just started going on and on about an update. But as always, thank you for watching. Every now and then I get this like, usually it's linked to music. So certain songs, I remember I was in the club in Japan dancing, and now I'm not in the club. I'm not there, and it kind of, I feel it like a sense of yesteryear. Yeah, kind of sucks. Or sometimes the videos I watch, I see someone in Japan. A lot of people have been to Japan now, like they go there, and like I remember when I first got there, and I remember standing around Shibuya and intersection. I might go. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Again, dad and all, but I might just go. I don't know. How's that gonna work out? Got to pick a day, and just go. But yeah. But I think I'm blessed with the ability where I don't, this was and now it's not, so I'm done. Keep it moving. Some people just keep, I remember back in the day I used to do, it's back in the day, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I got enough stuff on my plate for the future that I need to keep all my brain thingies popping off. Where are we at here? 28 minutes. But yeah, man, it's the thing, man. I had some guy reached out to me to be a software reviewer, which is like the highlight. That was like 2 days ago. I said, yeah, we'd like you to review our software. I said, how much you gonna pay me? They said, we're gonna pay you. I said, is good enough for me, because I have never been paid for that. And if like 80,000 people pay me, that's comfortable. So I emailed them as soon as they wrote me, because usually when people offer me a gig or money or whatever, I sleep on it. Because if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I don't jump on it. But this time I was like, yes, I can do it. What do you need? How long do you need it? I can do it tomorrow. Because it's a video. I ain't doing shit. I could do it. But they said we need it done by Monday, tomorrow. And I responded back to them on Wednesday, and they never got back to me. So be it. Kind of, because I needed. That would have been a win for me, because it would have been paid. Assumingly, they would have paid me as soon as I delivered it. I would have delivered the next day. I would have got paid. But again, it came and gone, moving forward. I don't know how. They found me through TikTok, which is weird. Cause I have stuff on TikTok, and recently I started posting some things, and I'm getting it. People are subscribing and they like it. I made a video talking 3 seconds. So what should I talk about? Just talk. But that's because people like watching people like that NPC girl or that trend. Or, But anyway. But yeah. Today was cold, man. I had actually put on a sweater. But you see that sun coming out there, it's gonna get hot. So I need to get back to my spot and start writing or making the music. But yeah. So that's about it, man. Wish me luck for next week is all training. And so wish me luck for training. We got a smart TV. I like that light right there. That's some nice, look at that light right there. I think this is golden hour light. But yeah, we got a smart TV. I don't know what they call it, smart screen. But I'm excited because it's a computer, it's a TV, it's a touch screen. You could AirPlay, drop shit to it. Because right before last year, what they had was when they needed to project shit, you got to pull out a projector. Too many kids, so you got to like move kids around, and you got to pull out this little projector and project it, but it's not far enough, so it's not dark enough. And then blah blah blah. This is just all in one. So I'm excited. And I'm gonna ask on a training, is there a manual? Because you can't teach me everything. Give me a manual. I will look up shit. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and look out for the album. And what else? Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your summer. I think there's 2 weeks left, give or take. But today's the 20th. So what's going on? There might be 2 more weeks. Yeah, about 2 more weeks. And it's gonna be September. All right, peace. Look at that golden light. I'm gonna take a picture. It's gonna be the cover of whatever I put out today. All right, rhyming.